So, do you want to become a millionaire? You need to stop the things I'm going to teach you in this video. And I promise it's going to completely change the way you look at everything and possibly completely change your life if you decide to take action. Now, before we get started, make sure you like this video, share this video, subscribe, and click that bell icon so every time I bring out a new video, you'll be notified right away. And also, if you want to learn all the things that I do in this video, visit my website, themillionairejob.com. The link will be in the description. Just put in your best email address and I'll send you that information over. So, you want to become a millionaire. A lot of people do. And one thing I want to let you know is it's not going to happen overnight. It's going to take time, lots of time. But if you do it right, you can set yourself up for financial freedom. So when it comes to money, there's three things we can do with it. We can save it, we can invest it, or we can spend it. This is probably our favorite, right? Spend money. Every time we spend money on things that don't build wealth, we are pushing financial freedom further and further away. Also, when we spend money on name brand products like Jordans, like a lot of people are, into the shoes, clothing, they are already billionaires, right? They don't need any more money. And because you are watching this video, I am sure that you want to build wealth and not make other people rich. Some of you like clothes. I like some nice clothes too. It makes you look nice and all that. But end of the day, Gucci is already rich. We don't need to make them rich. And also, when you bring your paycheck from your job, and you spend it, you're making other people rich. And you got to stop doing that immediately if you are not making some kind of passive income that is paying for all these things. So let's just look at an example here, because I love, for me, I'm a car guy. I used to be a car mechanic several years ago, and I decided to transition online, and it was the best decision of my life. But as a car mechanic, I was when every time a nice car came in, I used to work at GM, the dealership, and a Corvette ZR1 would come in, or ZR1. I would go nuts. I'd be like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. I used to work on these fancy cars. That car was $130,000, $140,000, way out of my budget at that time. And so it goes, I always dreamed of owning cars like that, but at the time I could only work on them. So let's just make a example of a car. Like, let's say you're doing very, very well at work. You're making some decent money, and you want to reward yourself with a new car. So let's say this car costs $350 per month. Now, instead of doing that, especially if you're not building any kind of wealth, right? If you don't have any kind of passive income coming, instead of doing that for that instant gratification, wait, right? Wait. Buy a used car that's a few years old, something that's newer than what you have now for, like, let's say $7,000, that reliably gets you to work from A to B. End of the day, if you really think about it, yeah, fancy cars are cool, but they do the same job. They'll still get you from destination A to B. Now take that $350 per month and put it into something that builds wealth. For example, let's put that $350 in the S&P 500 index fund, or EFD. That's been historically paying around 8 to 10% every single year. So if you look at that at 10 years, right? Let's just look at that $350. You're putting $350 per month for 10 years. That money will become $63,002.49 at 8%. And little typo over here. It's not supposed to be 2 years. It's supposed to be 20 years. That would become, look at the difference, right? The compound effects when it comes to interest. $196,861.21 in 20 years. I mean, 20 years is going to come here. It's going to come. So do you want to be richer at that point, or do you want to stay where you are? I would highly, highly recommend you being richer when this time comes around. So the point is, if you take your money and you invest it into your future and not Mercedes or Audi or clothing, Gucci, you can build real wealth over time. Trust me, I did this when I first started making good money online. I decided to buy a fancy car. Didn't really need it. It was I was 2 years in my online business experience, and I bought a Dodge Charger SRT 392. It was like 60 grand at the time. But did I really need that? If I knew what I knew now, I would not spend that money. I would honestly dump it into investments instead. And but sometimes that happens to people when you suddenly come into money. You just want to buy things because you had so much lack before, and now you just want to buy. But you don't want to fall for that, all right? You want to do this strategically. You want to do this smart. So next thing, what we can do with money is save money, right? Saving money. This method, no matter what people say about this, will never make you rich. I know a lot of people always tell you, always save your money, always save your money. Yeah, I mean, there is a use for saving. For example, you want to save money for emergency funds in case you lose your job or something. I recommend having at least 3 to 6 months of money saved up for all your expenses. So in case you are, in that period of low, you'll get over it. You'll be fine. You'll recover. You'll find a job and you'll be making money again. So yes, 3 to 6 months saving, have emergency fund. Absolutely. Saving money for that is very, very good. Another thing you can save money for is just a down payment on a house. Let's say you want to buy a house. You got to put 10 to 20% depending on where you're from. Where I am, if you're a first time home buyer, you just have to put 5%, which is pretty cool. But once you've bought your first house and you're going to your second or third, it's 20% down. So yes, saving money for that is fine. Saving money is good for short-term goals. That's it, right? Anything that's short-term, you just you need emergency funds or you need a down payment for a house. Absolutely, saving money is good. Now, if you're trying to invest with saving money, let's say some people out there are saying you should save money, you'll become way more wealthy. No, that's not the case. Considering a savings account these days is paying 0.5% interest. That's not going to create any wealth. Even if you have $100,000 in there, if you take out $1,000 per month, every single month, you'll run out eventually because this is not going to cover that, right? 0.5% is nothing. So again, don't use it to build wealth. Use it for short-term goals only. Now, investing builds wealth, right? So next time you want to spend money, ask yourself these questions. Who am I making rich? Number 1. Number 2, who am I making wealthy? Kind of the same as number 1. Number 3, am I making financial freedom for myself? Right? That's the most important one. If you answer no to any of them, you need to redirect your dollars in things that build wealth for you and your family, right? That end of the day, that's what it is. You need to make sure you are set up properly yourself. And only time you should I don't mind if people buy fancy stuff, but if they don't have some kind of passive income going for themselves that's paying for that, I don't recommend it. Like right now, I'm good. I've been doing this for several years now, investing, building my business online. And yes, I have fancy cars, somewhat fancy. I'm like, they're not Lamborghinis. I'm not going to buy a Lamborghini. I'd rather buy a real estate home and invest in that. But I have being a gearhead and always, when I was young, I used to modify cars, make them go faster. I have a C63 AMG, that's twin turbo, 4-liter V8 twin turbo. It had 503 horsepower, and right now, with all the mods I did, it has 660 horsepower. It's a monster. It's a supercar, really. And my daily driver is a C43 AMG because it's all-wheel drive. The other one is rear-wheel drive, and that just gets me through the winter and all that. Now, is that necessary? No, but it's okay for me because my passive income is paying for it. I'm fine. If your passive income is not paying for this stuff, don't get it. My wife has a Audi Q7, very nice SUV, amazing in the snow, powerful, quiet. It's a luxury SUV. And again, do we need we could have got away with a minivan if we wanted to, even though she hates minivans. I actually pushed for a minivan, being me, like not spending too much money on things. Still to this day, I'm careful of how I spend money, but she didn't want that, and Q7 it was. Again, did she need a Q7? No, but we can because our passive income is making enough money for that kind of stuff. So you should reward yourself, but only if you think it makes sense, right? If your passive income is making money for you more than your bills and all that stuff, yeah, for sure, go for it. Then you can do what you want. But if you don't have that in check yet, don't do it yet, right? Just wait until you have everything in check. So my conclusion here is my investments are paying for my toys, and all my toys, my investments are paying for my toys. Now, if your investments are not paying for that, put your money into the following stuff, right? Again, disclaimer, make sure you do your due diligence, do your research when you do any of these things. End of the day, it's your money. You should always do your due diligence. But my recommendations after you do your due diligence is real estate, stock market when it comes to index funds, EFT, they're safer, and a business, some kind of business. If you have either, you can do a brick or mortar. If you have a specific skill that you're really good at, you can start a business, start scaling that up. You can invest into that, or do something what I do where where I just started my own online affiliate marketing business where I don't have to really come up with any products. I'm just pretty much showing my audience other people's products, and when they buy, I earn a commission. And because I know how to drive traffic or drive eyeballs to these offers, I can do this passively when it comes to my affiliate marketing business. So my affiliate marketing business is passive, real estate is passive, and the stock market is passive. So you want to have as many passive income streams as possible. Again, be a good steward of your money. Every time you spend money, just think about it. Don't do it by just randomly buying something because you feel like it. Really put thoughts into it before you spend your money. End of the day, no one else is going to get you wealthy but yourself. So, and like any of these income methods are really, really good. Like real estate, I love real estate. I bought a condo, I think an hour and a half north. They're just getting them built. They call it phase 1 here, and it will be done in 2024. So right now I'm investing into a real estate condo at a reasonable price point. The thing is, in 4 years, let's say I decide I don't want to keep this thing, I can sell that back to the builder even a month before it gets released, and I will pocket $100,000. Like, think about that. Now, if I keep it and I make it a rental property, which I'm going to do, I wait another 4 or 5 years, it's going to be more. So you need to start thinking like an investor with everything you do. Instead of buying the fancy things or name brand things, start investing small, and eventually these small investments are going to get bigger investments because you're going to have more money. And now, once you have one very good passive income stream, you can either make another one, or now you can start buying some stuff that you always wanted to. Obviously, don't go overboard, and you just take it from there. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure you like this video, share this video, subscribe to my channel, and click that bell icon so every time I bring out a new video, you'll be notified right away. And also, if you want to learn how to build an affiliate marketing business like myself, one of my passive income streams, very good one, visit my website, themillionairejob.com. Click the link in the description. Put your best email address in, and I'll just send you that information over. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care, buddy.